Hi, my name is John Wenzel. I will be graduating from Roger Williams University with a bachelor's degree in industrial technology in August of this year. My wife and I and my two boys, Matthew and Nicholas, currently live in Cumberland, Rhode Island. We love to spend time together. Family is the most important thing in my life. We like to travel, we like to vacation together, and we do everything together. The object that I've chosen to show you tonight exemplifies the type of travel we like to do. This is our Coleman camping stove. So yes, we love to go tent camping. That is our favorite thing to do. This stove has been with us since my wife and I were married 25 years ago. We enjoy the camping, we love the outdoors, and we love being together as much as possible. As for myself, I got a love for camping from my parents. Every year since I can remember as a child, my parents, my three brothers, and my sister and I would head up to either Wareham, Massachusetts, or Berlin, New Hampshire. We used to camp as much as possible, usually just those 2 vacations a year, maybe 1 to 2 weeks each time. It was always fun. It was great to have everybody together, no daily grind. We got to enjoy each other's company. The parental supervision was a little lighter back then, so the kids could kind of run around all night. You found a lot of friends that you probably saw only during those times of year. They weren't friends that you knew back home. Their parents just happened to take that same week off every single year, and you would see them. We would have clam boils, hay rides, swimming in the lake, fishing, all the things that everybody would love to do in the outdoors. It was just a great time and a great way to grow up. Because of my love as a child for camping, my wife and I carried that into our family. Our family has been as far south as Williamsburg, Virginia, and as far north as Prince Edward Island in Canada. We really try to go to as many different places as we can. Sometimes it's for a destination. For instance, we wanted to go out to see the historical parts of Williamsburg, Virginia. Instead of staying in a hotel, let's get a campground. Campground became our base. We would go back and forth, we'd use the swimming pool, we'd sleep there, but during the day we would run out, we would see all the different events that were going on, we would see all the different historical sites. And there was even a Busch Gardens that we could go visit so the kids could go on some rides and have a good time. It's just such a fun thing to do, so easy, sitting around that campfire every night, talking and having these memories just start to form that you're never going to forget. On a personal note, when we traveled up to Nova Scotia, that happens to be where my family came to the United States from in the early 1900s. The German part of the family moved to Nova Scotia in the 1750s, and then in the 1900s, my immediate ancestry started to move down into this area. So it was nice to go into that area, camp, and see some of the sights and see some of the gravestones of the old Wenzels that are out there and everything. It was just historical for us, maybe not as much for somebody else that wasn't a Wenzel, but for us it was a really good time. The most amazing thing I'm starting to see now is with my boys. My oldest is 22 years old, my youngest is 19, and we're seeing now that they're branching out and starting to camp on their own. They're camping with their friends, many of whom are not campers at all. And it's tough if you don't have parents that are campers. It's tough to become a camper because you're so used to being in that hotel and ordering the food. So trying to convince them to go live in a tent for a week is kind of tough, but both boys have done it. They've traveled throughout parts of New England, up into Maine, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, and I think they've converted some of their friends into enjoying the same things that we did. So I feel good knowing that not only can I camp with my boys until I'm old and they're older and have families of their own, but also that they're going to enjoy to go out on their own and camp with their friends and their family when they have them. I would say that, you know, like I said before, I think the most important thing is, to me, is family. The traveling together and the camping together is one way we keep the family strong. We really enjoy it. The internet today makes it so much easier to really narrow down the choices that you want to see. In the olden days, when my parents were going, Maple Park, Wareham, every year, first and second week of July, every single year for 25 years. There was not a lot of ways to find places, 300 miles away, there's a campground. It just wasn't a way to do that. With the internet, we're finding that not only can we find a place we want, the amenities, the reviews, we can call them, we can see the pictures. It makes it so much easier when we're trying to travel far distance. And I think that that's really helped us too, because we can research together, where do we want to go, what do we want to do. I like baseball. My family likes baseball, so if we happen to be near a ballpark when we're camping, we'll go to a ball game. Again, these are just memory makers. We have an ability to go out there, stay together as a family, have a great time, sit under the stars, have some s'mores on the campfire, and just talk and remember those talks for the rest of our lives. So that's my story, and I would encourage anyone to go camping.